Hello, you legendary winners. Welcome to our International Networking Zoom. My name is Edward. Can we please unmute for the moment and give the person next to you a thunderous welcome and round of applause? Welcome.
Hello.
I hear the thunderous applause. Welcome, everyone. It's so good having you all with us. Now, we've got a very, very special night. I'll tell you why we've got a special night. I've started this new policy where I kick ugly people out of our meetup. So I only let good-looking people in. So a bit like a nightclub, I only let hot guys and girls in. So if you're in here, it means you're very sexy and attractive. So welcome. So we only have the best-looking people in town in our events, which means you. So big welcome. Now, just to let you know, this is being recorded. So please keep it all clean and positive. And please use the group chat as part of your networking experience. So talk to each other on the group chat. And also, too, we're an open and inclusive network. So what it means is feel free to promote your own business networks. We work with a lot of the top networking organizations. So promote your own networks, your own webinars, and go for it. So we're here together. We're spending a wonderful hour together. And I just want to say I'm really excited. So just great to have you with us. Now, first things first, to kick off the event, I actually want to bounce over to our legendary friend, Rusty. And the reason why I want to bounce over to Rusty is we've got a very, very special day ahead. And Rusty, how you doing, my friend? Feel free to unmute. And what's happening tomorrow? There's something occurring tomorrow at 2:30 p.m., Rusty. What is that?
Yes, Matt, thank you so much for being here, and super excited about tomorrow. It's a day when I'm actually launching my book, my first book ever, probably first of many in the future, but super excited. So there's a launch. Thank you so much for Ad to help me launch it out there. So it is 2:30. The event details it's again over Zoom. Pretty much the same link, I would think. Ed, is it the same link?
So just for everyone, tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. we're having Rusty's wonderful book launch and networking event. So I'll just share the link here. Yes, there it is. So we're on tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. So I've just shared the link. Book in. It's the same Zoom link that we're using here, but please book in at the meetup. And Rusty, tell us a little bit about your book. What's going on? What are we going to do tomorrow? What are we up to, Rusty?
Sure, I'll probably talk about the book first, if that's okay. So what I realized is so someone who has to make wealth in property investing, they really need to have a blueprint, the strategy, so that they can, like anyone can appreciate where they are today and where they want to be, and then bridging the gap. Because what I've really found is that people really think about one property at a time, but on the contrary, it should be more about having a clear-cut blueprint, just like a GPS, knowing exactly where you are and where you want to go, mapping it out before we take a turn. So what the book is talking about is having a blueprint of the whole journey or investment journey, making sure that risks are controlled, you are on top of things, you avoid all the mistakes, embrace all the risks in investing so that you can build the portfolio bit by bit. And it's more of a kind of a summary of what I have actually done myself. Like I've built a decent portfolio behind me, which allowed me to build a decent portfolio, 15 properties in total in less than 7 years. That allowed me to quit my job, my regular 9-to-5 job. And now I'm actually living the dream, living by the beach. And now I'm following my passion of helping others follow their own passion. So that has been the reason why I choose to do this as a job, and that I've tried to summarize in that book. So, and Ad, thank you so much. So 2:30 p.m. tomorrow, Sydney time, we are launching this book. Until then, like I've actually created a website as well, like I'm giving a bit of brief. I have also introductory chapter, which one can have a look at, talking about just a brief and what the contents of the book are. And yeah, here we go. So super excited about tomorrow, and can't wait.
Rusty, honor to have you with us. Can we please book in, and can we give Rusty a round of applause? Rusty, big thank you. And legendary. Love your work, man. Very cool.
If it is okay, I'll share the link of the website. Please. One can anyhow can get the book as well. I'll share the discount code as well, so one can grab the copy if they like. So it's 50% off if anyone likes to have it. So by all means.
There we go. Love your work, Rusty. Big round of applause and big thank you. Now, firstly, can we please give? It's been decided I'm no longer the mysterious commander. Now, Lassie is now the mysterious commander. So she's like the black figure going, hello, people. So can we give Lassie a round of applause? She's now the true mysterious commander, behind the scenes pulling the strings. So big round of applause to Lassie, and Lassie's been working hard behind the scenes, and we absolutely thank her. One other quick announcement as well before I forget as well, believe it or not, we threw out our premiere during the week. So we had a huge uprising in Sydney. We threw out our premiere. And now we actually have a new premier that doesn't believe in imprisoning their own citizens. It's really cool. So we're actually opening up again this Monday, which is incredible. So round of applause. We're opening up again. I love throwing out tyrants. It's what I'm really good at. And just to let you know as well with Sydney, what we're doing, before I forget, we're back to our face-to-face meetup. So our first face-to-face meetup back in Sydney is Friday, the 22nd of October at 2:30 p.m. And unfortunately, Novotel and they're closed for now. So we'll be back there later. But Victory Barangaroo is picking us up. So working with Victory in Sydney like we do interstate. So I'm just sharing a link now. So if you want to come to our first face-to-face meetup, the next generation, please come. So I'm just sharing the link right now just before I forget. Just click there and book on in. And so it's very absolute pleasure. And sorry, my Melburnian friends. I'm an ex-Melbourneite and I'm from St Kilda actually. Very sad what's happening in Melbourne. So Max, love to you. And speaking of Melbourne, I want to bounce over to our dangerous, powerful Melbourne friend Naomi J. Naomi's been busy. Her very good-looking son has been cranking out posts all over social media, and he obviously gets his looks from his mother. How are you today, Naomi?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I for those of you who don't know, Simon and I, we're partners, and we've got 4 kids between us. And in the last couple of weeks, we've been able to get them all 4 of them onto LinkedIn. So we've been doing LinkedIn training at home, and I think my son's taken it all on board.
Your son, I was actually speaking to your son over LinkedIn Messenger, and I told him straight up, play his cards right, he'll be a big shot in a year the way he's going. So there you go.
It's funny, isn't it? I think the way that obviously social media is going, it's great to get them on board young in life, because before he goes to uni, he's studying his last year of high school and about to go to uni. And I think it'd be great, to sort of work his way up and, create a network before he even is qualified. So it's great.
There you go. So by the time he gets to uni, he won't even need it. He'll just pop out. He'll just sell his online course or whatever and just make his money that way.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good fun. It's great seeing them thrive.
Yeah. Now, I was going to say, Naomi, I mean, you help run our Melbourne network and we appreciate it. Can you tell us a little bit about you and what you're up to and maybe give some networking tips for the Zoom tonight?
Sure. I am a brand advisor and designer. My business is the Brand Advisory, and I love helping my clients create consistency in their branding right across all of their platforms and print and digital marketing. I am a Melbourne Meetup leader along with Simon and Adrian and Tremaine, and we absolutely love networking. So tonight, for those of you who are new, please share your links in the chat. We all really want to get to know who you are and connect on LinkedIn. And please put your hand up and share with us what you do, and so that we can learn more about you, because you never know who you might meet.
Oh, beautiful, Naomi. Naomi, round of applause to you, legendary Naomi. And a big thank you. Now, I noticed my legendary friend Ali Huang's here. Ali's got 2 kids that are usually throwing noodles or setting fire to stuff or doing whatever. Ali, I thought, do we want to grab you while you're here before your kids set fire to the rug again? Ali, do you want to say a quick hello?
Hi, I've got my kids in the kitchen, so you might hear some background noise. Hi, everyone. And yes, very excited, Ed, about New South Wales finally opening up Sydney. It's been a long-awaited, return, and I can't wait till my kids go back to school. They've been driving me mental. So, yes, looking forward to all of that. So, and yes, feel sorry for all those in Melbourne, but hopefully you guys will be out of there soon enough. So, yes, and looking forward to your face-to-face meetups, Ed. So that's exciting.
Yeah, so please come Friday, 22nd of October at Barangaroo. We've got Victory on board. And now, Ali, you're a powerful, Chinese medicine specialist, acupuncturist. You're also a high-end coach. Tell us a bit about what you're up to and what you're trying to do.
Yeah, so at the moment there's been doing a lot of work around women's health. So crazy.
Sorry.
You want to look? Okay, she wants to have a look too.
Oh, hello.
Doing a lot of work around women's health, fertility. That's my passion, sort of helping as many women have these gorgeous little crazy kids running around their kitchen as well. So yeah, been a natural health practitioner now for 12, 13 years. And again, just using a whole holistic approach to women's health and general optimal health and wellness, basically.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And just for the sake of the audience, Lassie and I have been clients of Ali for years. And interestingly, before the lockdowns hit, I've got an old army ankle, meaning I really busted my ankle up badly in the army. And Ali, before the lockdowns hit, did some acupuncture on my ankle. And it really did it really helped, Ali. So I got to say, you did some magic. Those pins you whacked in my ankle did some legendary magic.
Yes, musculoskeletal's been a big thing because everyone's been at home, and I think not being in corporate and not having the proper setups, people are just all over the show with their shoulders and back and just sitting a lot more than they should be. So my taking a break. But yeah, so that's been a big thing. So, just a reminder for people, if you're working from home, to get up and stretch. It's really important you're doing that every half an hour to just make sure that the muscles are loose, and stand up, get a drink of water. Because sometimes we're on Zoom, and after Zoom, we forget that we're sitting in front of the screens and it's 2 hours later and we haven't had a single break yet. So.
Oh, there you go. Ali, we better leave you back to the kids. It looks like they're going to smash the TV up again. Ali, great seeing you.
Thanks, Ed.
Round of applause to you, Ali. I always like to grab Ali before the kids obviously take over the place. And speaking of taking over the place, we've got the bully hunter #1. This is a lady that puts bullies up on a dartboard and throws darts at them every day. The wonderful Sheena Kane. I'm going to call her the toxic bully hunter. How many scalps have you taken this week, Sheena?
Not too many this week. Actually, the biggest topic has been for workplaces, especially in Melbourne with mandated vaccines. What do I do as a company?
Wow. We got the same problem here, and I've got a problem with that because the government's trying to turn businesses into a police force. So what do you think of that, Sheena?
That worries me, I think, and I was discussing it with Simon the other day, who absolutely agrees with me. But I think we're going to see a lot of the time an unfortunate situation where you've got a wee 16-year-old just being put out the front and having to ask very objectionable people to check in to actually wear a mask, and they're going to cop it physically and emotionally.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the way the government's outsourcing this policing to the business community is appalling. If they're going to mandate it, the police force should handle it. What do you think of that, Sheena?
I think that would be more appropriate. I think when you registered your ABN, you didn't, beyond the usual collecting and passing on your GST, you didn't sign up for anything like that. And I think it is above and beyond most business owners.
I got to say, you need to get on TV and absolutely blast the government. I love where you're going, Sheena. And Sheena, tell us a bit about you and what you do. I mean, you're a HR expert. You do some high-end stuff. Tell us a little bit about what you do and what referrals and that you're after.
Okay, well, quite often I can deal with things like, minimum wages and minimum entitlements. So let's get your foundation right. But then it is through to dealing with things like unfair dismissals, problem employees, pretty much anything except tax. And a lot of it, this week I'm dealing with a company, their ex-employee, very disgruntled. If you think Golem from The Lord of the Rings.
Is that my precious, that little, my precious, right? Got it? My precious.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this guy's about that big by coincidence, but yeah, he's trolling them online and saying just what a terrible workplace it is. And he gets all these little followers online. It's a gaming place. And it's, how do we deal with somebody who's an ex-employee? And it's very easy mud to throw to say, these people were really terrible to me and underpaid me. So we put the facts out there and invited people to come in and go, look, do you want to look at our records? Please do. So we're hoping there's a bit of wait and see that cuts the crap.
Oh, I love it. I love how you hunt toxic people. We need to rebrand you, and we'll call you the toxic bully hunter and give you like a cowboy hat sort of thing. That'll be pretty cool.
Or can I have silver bullets?
Oh, silver bullets. Yeah, they work well on bullies and vampires. So I couldn't agree with that one more.
Yeah, warning shots to the back of your head works every time.
There you go. Oh, I love where this is going. But Sheena, we love your work. And absolutely, if anyone's got some good referrals to Sheena, pass them on. Round of applause to you, Sheena. Big thank you. Love your work, Sheena. And I just can't help to notice the extremely dangerous, brilliant, and amazing Eileen Avard here. I'm a huge Eileen Avard fan. And Eileen's been posting some cool photos from her past lately. And I've got to say, I've been loving some of your throwbacks, Eileen. They're pretty cool. Feel free to unmute. There you go.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Thank you very much, Ed. So, I was trying to, okay. Thanks, Ed. And yes, there's lots of new people. Just a little bit of introduction about myself. My name is Eileen Avard. I help people to align to their core value during their period of transitions or midlife crisis using value-based and heart-centered framework. So if you ever experience the lack of energy, being uninspired, or find making decisions difficult, it could be a sign of being out of alignment with your core value, or your priority have shifted, or you could have outgrown your current value. So change your focus, realign with your value, and this could re-energize you. So I've been in business for over 25 years, and when people and businesses are in line with their core value, there's a synergy and the energy for people feel revitalized. So reach out if I can help you to navigate during your times of overwhelm and confusion so that you could have fulfillment, focus, and profits. So that's a little bit about me. Thank you, Ed.
Oh, Eileen, great having you. Let's round of applause to you, Eileen. We love your work. That's really good. I noticed we've got Piero here. Piero's got the little one. Did you want to speak now, Piero, or do you want me to grab you later? I just think
let's squeeze it in.
Yeah, let's grab you now. Floor's yours, Piero. What's going on?
Hey everyone, how you doing? Lots is going on this side of the camp, and I want to thank everyone for this. I think there's a certain level that we bring to this each week. And I appreciate everyone turning up. I mean, I'm holding a baby. I mean, one of the other ladies here had her children running around in the background. We show up. The least we could do next is just give it to Ed and Lassie. And the least we can do after that is use the group for what it's for. Networking together. Like Naomi said, reach out to each other. There are so many skilled people on this screen right now. Ridiculous amounts of people on this screen. So what's going on for me, Ed? You know what? There's actually lots. And if I actually told you all, you'd probably be in tears.
I already am. What about just the first one or two? What's the first top one or two things that's going on in Piero's universe?
Well, you know, I might be in Sydney next week because my mum's got to go to Westmead.
Oh, Westmead.
So there's an element to this that I want you all to understand, that I love bringing the joy to this. I love bringing the truth. But what I really want to acknowledge the group for is just the community. So thanks, Ed. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And just before you go, a bit of intel. Piero's our group leader for Canberra. Hasn't meant much lately because the government won't let us get into Canberra. That's not Piero's fault. But Piero, the way it's looking, we're going to be in there for November by the look of things. That looks quite reasonable.
I'm really looking forward to it too, Ed. Like there's nothing better feeling than being face to face with people. I'm a huge hugging person. So I hope that when I see you all in Sydney on the 22nd of October, like there's going to be plenty of hugs to go around. So I hope to see you all there. I'm going to be driving up from Goulburn. So if you're close to Sydney, you've got no excuse because I'll be there, but the rest of the team will be there. And I'm looking forward to Canberra, Ed. It's starting to grow, actually.
Yeah, that's really, really good. And just before you go, Piero, can you tell us a little bit about what you do and what referrals you're looking for and that type of thing?
The biggest thing that I do, I mean, we could talk mindset all day long, right? But but I want you to think about the level at what I'm looking for. And I'm going to say this with a lot of respect. The people that you know that own the big companies.
Mm-hmm.
The last person that I spoke to was part of the board of directors of the National Australia Bank. I want you to think about that level for myself. Now, that's not to say that if you guys need it, I can offer that. There's actually one person in this room right now who I've actually teamed up with. We talk every single day, and he's put me in front of some good people. And part of that we've done together is I've actually been accepted into the International Global Speaking Academy with Andy Harrington. Now, I can't get to the UK to join that academy. But that's the level at what me and this other person are working at. So when you think about who's in this network, that's what we do. It's not just mindset. We're not just here for mindset. All of us have got some kind of mindset skill. So the people that I partner with are senior executives who are actually ready to do something about it, because not everybody's willing to go in here and then go in here where things really need to shift. And if you want to go to the next level of where you're trying to go to, you got to go in and you've got to shift. So when you think about the level of people that I want to be in front of, I don't want to name names on the LinkedIn network, but you know who they are. They're influential. I speak to a lot of them. But if your boss or you know someone who knows someone, don't hesitate in putting the name in front of me. I've got an introduction. I've got a virtual introduction. I've got videos. Put them in front of me. Because all I'm about is helping them break through their own addictions. Now, when I say addictions, I don't just mean alcohol, drugs, sex, porn, because we know that happens in high-level performance athletes anyway, and or senior executives. I'm talking self-sabotage, anxiety, depression. These are part of self-sabotaging patterns. As a behavioral expert in patterning and neurological behavior, put me in front of them. If you know someone that's struggling right now, put me in front of them.
On it. Everyone, get some referrals for Piero. Piero, love your work, man. Round of applause to you. Just riveting and powerful. Now I want to bounce over to the amazing Annette T. Annette T is a dangerous lady, very dangerous, powerful lady, Annette T. And what's going on, Annette? I was reading, you were saying before that your daughter's launching a gaming channel. I'm a big gamer too. What's going on, Annette?
Look, you know what? I'm with Naomi there. Get them while they're young. And you know what? Everyone said to me, not while they're so young. My daughter's just turned 8 a couple of months ago. She's been begging, and I finally let her launch her own gaming channel with my supervision, of course. But, you know, I think it's really important because she sees me on a lot of these Zooms on camera, and she's just even more natural than I am. So I've got a question for you guys. And here she is now. I've got a question for you guys.
Hello.
Thank you, darling. What is something that you are passionate about that you keep circling back to? Now, I'm all about learning to find your passion and your purpose and what you're all about. And took me 25 years in the field of psychic development to do a whole 360 and realize that I had to put my whole energy and everything that I was back into what I was passionate about. So anyone who's here going, you know, my niche doesn't fit for me, this doesn't fit for me, it's not me, I'm going to help you. I want to help you find what you're all about, get you back to where you actually want to be in your life. And actually pursue that. So I'm on a mission. I'm a dangerous lady, and dangerous. You know, I want to change lives. So I do that through psychic readings, clarity, coaching, and lots of many exciting ways. So yeah.
I gotta say, I love how you're breaking out the tarot cards on LinkedIn. That's pretty cool, the tarot cards, Annette.
You know what? 25 years of doing them. I keep circling back, and I'm not afraid to bring it back out again. So I think people are becoming more conscious and more focused, and actually want something a different tool to rely on. And I think it's going to bring a bit of magic into my coaching. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, and also too, just following the chatter, I understand that you've got a workshop coming up. Do you want to tell us a bit about that, Annette Tavisha? What's your workshop?
Very quickly, I've got a workshop next Thursday from 10 till 11:30, $45. I'm going to show you how I grew from 50 followers to 55,000 followers. So I want to help you get there. I did it. If I can do it with nothing, so can you. So I want to help you out, and that's what I'm all about.
Oh, and just before I forget as well, Annette's also on our one of our leaders for our meetups in the New South Wales Central Coast. And Annette, I think we're looking very good for face-to-face next month.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. Hopefully I'll have my jab in time to get there.
I'll be fine. I'm don't ask, don't tell. As far as I'm concerned, you got double vaccinated in 2019. As far as I'm concerned,
Well, I'll be getting down to Melbourne in 2025, so it's all good.
Gotcha. So just let you know on that one, if you are interested in our New South Wales Central Coast meetup, I just shared the link there. That's one of our leaders.
Thanks.
Wednesday, 3rd of November in the evening at 6:30 p.m. It's still registered as a Zoom, so still waiting for stuff to happen. But if you feel free to join us on that one, which is really, really cool. So a big, big thank you. So yeah. Hey, Christy, do you want to say hello before you got to run? No, Christy, we just missed Christy. We'll grab her next time. So let's bounce over to the wonderful Alexander Kittle. What's going on, Alexander?
Oh, not too much. Just finished my workout, planned my holiday for Christmas. Better upset Naomi quickly and say that we open up on the 15th here in Canberra, so we'll be out of lockdown. We hit 70% like you guys did today in New South Wales.
Ah, gotcha.
And was it 96 from 12 plus, 96% first dose for 12 plus. So, yeah, people just love the jabs over here in Canberra. But work-wise, yeah, it's been busy. We look like we might gain a new client this month, and I've almost finished all my reviews. I've got one more week of webinars to go, and then I can pretend to sell this stuff again.
Oh, it's very, very cool. And you were saying before as well, I mean, you're an ICT guy, and I was going to ask you, what are you trying to do, and what are some of your plans and what kind of referrals and introductions are you after, Alexander?
Look, my intention is in the next 12 months to move to Sydney, because that's where the place to be is. And especially when you talk about Edward behind his back, because his ears burn and he rings you up straight afterwards.
He does.
And yeah, so I definitely looking to look into being an ICT mentor for people that want to learn how to use computers, do some training down the track. And definitely look at leading a company that's in the ICT environment, probably in cloud solutions or cybersecurity backup.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And again, our next face-to-face meetup in Sydney is the 22nd of October. If we can lure you to Sydney, hopefully, that would be awesome.
Oh, if the walls come down from that border, yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, I think it'll happen from what I'm picking up. I think that's looking good. I'll probably be wrong and humiliate myself yet again, but as I sit here, it's looking pretty good, Alexander.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, I've got it all planned. I'll go and see my daughter for dinner afterwards straight away, so she can't wait either.
Too easy. So, Alexander, we love you. And also, too, it's funny, actually, all the updates are coming out. I told you the other day, I'm a bit of a Fallout gamer, and all these updates, my PC's updated. I had an NVIDIA graphics card update that took forever. All the updates are coming out now, aren't they?
Yeah, your Samsung phones next year, you'll get the security update, and in a few months' time, you'll get the new major software update to UI4 as well.
Yeah, and I'm terrified of upgrading to Windows 11. Should I do it, or is this going to be Windows Vista all over again?
Well, you've got a Microsoft Surface device. It was designed for the Microsoft Surface device, so if it breaks on yours, Microsoft will not be happy. So I would recommend the upgrade. I think in your case, as a multi-screen user, Windows 11 will be perfect because when you're not using multi-screen, it just sits in its own mode, and all your icons will stay on all your screens all the time. It's actually a really good improvement, and you'll get to 70 frames per second on your games because it's lighter on the memory resources.
Oh, there we go. Well, I like a good frame rate, Alexander.
Too much information.
There we go. You're Alexander. Round of applause, Alexander. Big thank you and pleasure. And nice, we got Amir. Amir is looking good. Amir, are you very excited about our face-to-face meetups coming back?
Ed, I love seeing everybody here face-to-face. Networking's great, but networking when you have that human connection is just that level above. And I think that there's a lot to be said with video phone calls rather than phone calls. So I guess in the last 2 years, we've made that big step up. So at least you're getting the visual cues. If you can read people's faces and realize when you've said something to offend them, or whether they're actually laughing and rolling around on the floor laughing rather than waiting for them to do a ROFL or send an emoji to explain how they're thinking. So video is a next step up. But man, I'm so looking forward to that live event again, Ed.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. And just to let you know, to let everyone know, Amir is one of our meetup leaders for Sydney with Mei Chang and Co. And yeah, it's great. And we're now with Victory offices. So Novatel's not going to be open for a while. So we'll probably be doing, what I'm envisaging is that our main meetups will be Victory, but then we'll have the drink events at Novotel, which will probably open, in all honesty, December, January, Novotel.
So we're going to pump the Victory offices for the pump house.
Exactly. So it's going to be Victory and Pump House. So, and now, I mean, you're a property expert. I know you specialize in regional properties. Tell us a bit about you and what you're trying to do.
Well, I guess there's a lot of people in the real estate field, but if you're looking for somebody who's the transactional type of real estate agent that does the selling, the buying, and transaction to transaction, that's not me. There's millions of people that do that, but I'm more of the specialist that looks for the investment properties that have that certain thing that isn't uncovered, that diamond in the rough, whether it means that you're going to subdivide or whether it means that it's a block of units that nobody's actually bothered to do the strata paperwork. So there's kind of the hidden manufactured growth that you could do. That's my speciality. I look at the paperwork and find these little things that most people that don't have the experience or can't be bothered, they just don't uncover. They don't read the strata books because they're just too thick. I don't mean the people. Sorry, I didn't mean the people. I mean that the strata legislation is too thick.
I mean the people. I know you can't, but I'll say it. I mean the people. I don't know. Some people in strata, I don't know how they got out of year 11. You know, just what the hell? I don't know. Yeah. Now you're killing it, Amir, and power to you. Congratulations, Jin, as well. Speaking to Jin the other day, Jin's one of my old clients who bought a property off Jin. Jin's very happy with you. He said, I'm coming back your way to throw some more money at Amir. So you got a very happy customer there, Amir.
Jin's actually sitting with John, who's working with Jin on the other screen, which is why I'm working across two things. So, John, you're the best. And Jin, even though he's not here on the meeting, he says hello.
Yeah, well, tell Jin that he's a very handsome man and I love him very much. So there you go.
John, tell Jin that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
Jin's very happy, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to Oberon opening up again to see what we could do next with the next level of stuff. We've just had some approvals for the subdivisions.
Oh, congratulations, man! So you're busy just killing it again, just making money and shit. I love it.
Stepping up.
That's a spirit. River round of applause to Amir, and that feeds into John. John, I know you're busy with Jin. Did you want to say a quick hello, John, before you get to bounce back to Jin?
Okay, well, yes. On the other screen here, I have Jin on the I don't know.
That's all right. Anyway, I can hear the sexy guy. I can hear his sexy Asian accent. There you go.
Okay, well, yes. Yeah, I'm a virtual assistant coming from 24/7 Direct. So I'm hired as an executive assistant of Amir Mashal. So if you ever need a virtual assistant who can multitask anything that you want to have your business to be helped with, then contact me or Amir or Devang or Tremaine. And also big shout out to Jin, Jin Cat, who's working with me right now. And yeah, and also Nitin, who's working with us as well as a virtual assistant. And thank you, Amir, for the opportunity.
Pleasure. Round of applause to you winners and a big thank you. We're going to take a photo shortly. I'm just wondering if, I don't know if Isabel's there. I might just reach out. Are you there? Oh, hey, Isabel. Did you want to say a quick hello? Great to have you with us.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. It's been a while. It's been a long time. So, yeah, I don't have my camera on because I'm on a work phone and my camera's not working for some reason.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Audio is loud and clear, though. Your audio is beautiful and clear.
Okay, well, I'll stop yelling then.
Hey, tell us a bit about you. What are you up to? What sort of referrals you're looking for? What's going on, Isabel?
Oh, well, I've been working long hours. I work for an employment services for disability and mental health. And I'm also a purpose-driven performance coach on the side. And I work with men. Work with men who suffer from self-esteem issues, confidence, and getting back on track after a breakup.
Nice. I got to say, you've been kicking butt lately, Isabel. I love your posts on Facebook and shit. You're really trolling the establishment.
Oh, thank you. Trying. Yeah, it's been busy. What else has been happening? Lockdown is pissing me off. So,
Oh.
you know.
No one blames you for that, Isabel. No one's blaming you on that one.
So trying to work out my website, which is annoying the crap out of me too. But yeah, I pretty much work with men to get their self-esteem and confidence back. Yeah, because they are enough.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Isabel, love your work. And are you pumped for our meetups? You're very invited to our next meetup. Feel free to join us anytime you want.
So does that mean we come out of jail and we can see face to face and all the good looking people, Ed?
It does mean that. So Isabel, please come and join us on Friday 22nd at 2:30 p.m. at Victory Offices, Barangaroo.
Have you got any really nice men coming?
We will organise that. We're going to have very I was actually on a live. I was on a live with Tara Lee Harrison. Everyone know Tara Lee Harrison? She's a big, on a funny note, Isabel, I was actually telling her this on the live. But a bit of trivia for the room. So before our lockdown hit, a lot of our face-to-face meetups were at the Novotel. At the Pump House, which is owned by the Novotel. And what would happen was everyone would come to our meetups, then people would go and get drunk afterwards. So after I go home from a meetup, I'd be said, some nights I get sorts of weird photos and text all nights, right? And I had a bunch of friends that I know all enter gay relationships, and they all secretly told me, Ed, I've entered my first gay relationship, and I'm like, dude, this is awesome. And I was actually telling that, and Tara Lee and I agreed that I should put on my LinkedIn profile helping people enter gay relationships. What do you think of that, Isabel?
Oh, look, not for me. But, it's not my cup of tea, but hey, you know what? We are who we are, and you know, we all have our preferences. Like, you know me. I like 6 foot dark men. You know.
There you go.
And they need to be bald. So no hair, thank you.
Gotcha. So we're talking like a Denzel Washington. That's kind of your thing, right, Isabel?
Yeah, a little bit rougher than that. Yeah.
Oh, a bit rougher. Gotcha. We'll see what we can do. I'll speak to some of my hot black friends. I'll see what I can do, Isabel.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, Ed.
A round of applause to you, Isabel, and love your work. So that's good. And now just very quickly, what I want to do is I want to grab a quick photo if I can, before I was about to forget, actually. So what you want to do is, if you can, turn on your webcam. If you can't, that's fine. Turn on your webcam and lean forward and look in the lens and hold the pose. I want to get a cool photo for LinkedIn as well. So hold the pose, 3, 2, 1. Hold the pose, 3, 2, 1, smile. Oh, very sexy. I'll show everyone the photo. I actually look shit in it, but you guys look good. So let's have a quick look at the photo on my PC. Let's have a look. What do we all think of the photo, friends? Do we like it? What do we all think? Are we sold on that one? It looks like I'm drunk, but everyone else looks really sexy. So there you go. That was a good photo. I like that one. So it's really cool. So big thank you. Now I just want to open up to the floor. We've got a bit of a smaller one. So our Zooms are anything from 20 to 60 people. So usually if our Zooms are under 30, which we are tonight, I'll go to hot mic mode. Now what hot mic mode basically means is that what I basically do is if I get more than 30 people at a Zoom, I more control who speaks and moderate it a bit more. Hot mic mode is when pretty much first in's best. Now, the way hot mic mode works is keep your microphones on mute if you're not speaking. If you want to speak, all you do is just unmute and start talking, but first person in. So just be respectful. So if you're in first, go for it. If you do, and just be respectful of each other. So if you want to go to hot mic mode, now's your big chance. Just unmute and go for it. You can say hello. You can contribute to the discussion. You can promote yourself, promote your events, what you want to do. So we're going to go to hot mic mode now. Please just unmute and go for it. First one's in, best served, and just be respectful, which you all are. So go for it. Hot mic mode, everyone.
I'm going to go. No one's going. Hi, I'm Mandy. It's really nice to be back here. I'm a transformational life coach, and I've got a creative arts bent. So I've had a lot of joy in the last year putting those two hats together. So I'm sort of saying, you know, where transformation meets creative play. And I'm predominantly working with women to reconnect them to their passion and their creativity so that they can actually step into their authentic self and create lives they love living. And I've got a great group I've enjoyed sort of nurturing the last year called Raw Sisterhood, which I put the link in the chat. And RAW stands for Realize Your Original Authentic Radiance. So it's just a place to be real and connect. So that's my jam. Nice to be here. I haven't been very vocal at all on LinkedIn. I think I've got this preconceived idea about LinkedIn that it's a bit straight for me, but now that I hear you're doing tarot readings, I might be on some more.
If I can add to that point, Mandy, LinkedIn's changed. So culturally, that statement might have been true 2 years ago, but LinkedIn's a different platform now. So LinkedIn's way more, and Bill Gates, credit, I know not everyone likes Bill Gates, but I do, but credit to Bill Gates. LinkedIn is now more open and inclusive. So Mandy, like if you want to do tarot cards and crystal readings, knock yourself out. LinkedIn's a place for you.
I want to play and be creative. And I know when I've worked with people who I call a little straighter than me, they need to. I think so many people really need to learn how to chill out, relax, have fun, not take themselves so seriously. And yeah, it's just such a wonderful way, like integrating the creative arts into, actually my favorite quote I'll finish with, Einstein says that creativity is intelligence having fun. So let's have some fun with our intelligence. It doesn't have to be serious.
Mandy, go for it with LinkedIn. I mean, you've got Annette sharing tarot cards on LinkedIn, and I'm sharing gamer photos from Fallout. So if I can share gamer photos and Annette can, you know, do voodoo, it's fine. Go for it.
Absolutely. They might be ready for me now.
Yeah, I might do some voodoo. I'll get a voodoo doll of a certain US president and see what happens, huh? That'll be good.
Great. Anyway, it's great to be here. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, Mandy, welcome back. Great having you with us. We're at hot mic mode, so no need to put up your hand. Just unmute and go for it. So hot mic mode.
I'm going to put someone on the spot. Who's willing to be put on the spot for live coaching? 5 minutes of live coaching. Who's willing? Amir. Righto, Amir.
I'm always up for it, Pierre.
Cool.
I think that there's good value if you put your hand up and actually put action in.
Cool. Ask me anything that's like an obstacle of yours right now, something you're trying to break through, just go as hard as you can.
All right. So I'm going to go back into my history and tell you that there's bits that I've been avoiding doing because of the examples I've had of myself doing those things and failing, and specifically exercise. So I've had times where I get onto the treadmill, I train for an event like the City to Surf, and I've probably done about 10 to 12 City to Surf. So it's not my first time, my second time. And recently I jump on a treadmill, I do 6 weeks to 8 weeks worth of prep work, and I get to the stage where I feel really fit, really energetic, and then something happens. It's an injury. It's something that I ticked the boxes. I started off slow. I warmed up. I got into a routine. I followed the instructions. Something random has happened to me 5 or 6 times, specifically in exercise. I go, look, I'm doing this to get a goal. So I've got a written goal. I want abs, or I want to make the City to Surf in 55 minutes, or I've got some audacious goal where I know, look, I've done this now this many times. I know I can do this many sit-ups, this many crunches, whatever. Something happens. And now it's just stopping me from trying. I'm going, well, why should I bother exercising? I'll just do the bare minimum.
Okay, first of all, I want to educate the audience on all the fluff he just gave me. Notice how he didn't even ask a question. I want you to think right now. He gave me all the fluff. Didn't even ask a question. So, Amir, what's the question behind the fluff? How do I
avoid injury?
All right, Amir. What would your life look like if you didn't have injury?
It'd probably be a more balanced day of more outdoor, less screen time.
And where do you start if you wanted to start doing the things that you love again? Where do you think you'd start since you've done it before?
Okay.
I'd probably start from a combo of walk and run, and I'd find my 3 favorite locations so that I've got an excuse to be there. So whether I'm exercising or not, it's the location or the setting that would get me inspired to just show up.
Okay, great. And would you just, for the sake of it, would you know or would you not know whether you knew that you were healthy or not?
Yes, I would know if I was not healthy.
You would know?
I would know.
And you know that there's a plan to becoming healthy and fit again. You know that there's a plan because you've done it before, right?
I know there's a plan, yes.
Okay, so you know there's failure as part of the plan?
Yes,
So you know failure is part of the plan?
I do.
You do. So you know injury is part of the plan?
I do.
So would you be okay if there were small injuries?
Yes, I'd be okay if there were small injuries.
So
So
I'm
you
going to
really
jump.
worried?
If I can jump in there, Piero's spot on. Injury's part of life. You can't avoid that one. It's like sunburn's part of going outside, isn't it, Piero?
So I want you to think about what I did, though. I listened to his fluff. Everyone does it. When you listen to someone speak, you learn what they're thinking. That's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen to the way someone speaks. Sit back, just listen, ask them more questions. People love talking about themselves. All of a sudden, you'll get the answers. His biggest question there was, how do I stay away from injury? How do I not get injured? And then all I did was walk him down.
Yeah.
He understands it. Anyway, you get the drift.
Oh.
You get the drift.
Can I pop in next?
Please.
Yeah, hi everyone. I just wanted to give a big shout out. Simon's got his first workshop coming up on Saturday. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Yeah, it's on Simon's Secret 7 Masterclass workshop. Simon, I'm inviting you to chat about it, please.
Yeah, hi everyone. How are we? I just, one of the things that Naomi forgot to say just in regards to our 4 kids, which I think is really interesting, is that we've got a 16-year-old, 17, 18 and 19-year-old. And our girl, Kayla, she's 16 and she thinks LinkedIn is for connecting with all the AFL footballers. And that's all she's been doing. And each night she comes out for dinner and says, oh, she's connected with this person and that
I'll
person.
put that into context. That's because Kayla wants to become a sports coach in sports management.
Well,
and
yeah.
She's a big Richmond Tigers supporter, and her aim is to go and be part of the Richmond Institute. So when she leaves school, she's going to go and do a double diploma there. So
Yeah,
she's super
exactly.
pumped. So she wants to make all her friends now.
So Kayla knows more about LinkedIn at the age of what, 19 than I
She's
did at the age of
16.
35.
Yeah,
So she
she's
knows more
16.
about LinkedIn as a 16-year-old than I did when I was 39. There you go.
Yeah,
And she's-
totally.
She's doing
Yeah,
exceptionally well
she's
as
getting
well.
on board, and we're teaching her how to do posts, and
Yeah.
they just eat it up so easily.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Um,
over to you, Simon.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to, so it's this coming Saturday. It's a course that I used to do with the council, and I did that for about 5 years. And it's an exceptional workshop. It'll run for an hour and a half. It's on Saturday morning between 10 and 11:30. It's a Zoom workshop, obviously, because we're in lockdown. And I've got certainly a number of people already booked in. I think I've got 11 or 12 or something like that. So already so far, which is fantastic. And I've got a couple of people here that have actually booked in too, so which is great. So if Naomi could share that again, that'd be awesome. And would love to see you. There's some great takeaways, and it will. I can tell you now, it will change the way that you run your business. So there you go.
Oh, I gotta say, Simon, I mean, you've been coaching for what, 30 years, basically. You've been coaching forever, and you've got an amazing track record.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, your work's been incredible. And also too, Simon helps us run our Melbourne network. Simon, could you give us some great networking tips while we got you? We know you're an absolute master in this space.
Well, one thing Piero was talking about earlier is don't be afraid. Think big. Don't think small. So think big when you're trying to connect with people, because you just never know. Like years ago, I used to run a graphic design studio as well. And we had Shell Australia as one of our clients. And people used to often say to me, how in the hell did you ever get Shell? And I said, well, I knocked on the door. I went and spoke to them.
Wow.
And it was just as simple as that. So, never ever think small, or never ever think that that particular client that you're looking for is somebody that is out of reach to you because you might just be a small business. So, yeah.
So you really help Shell come out of their shell.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. They're a pretty explosive client, aren't they?
I used to look after all the marketing for their Shell service stations.
Oh, wow. So you really helped them refuel their marketing.
Exactly. There you go.
Oh, that's pretty cool, huh? There you go. I'm doing pretty well tonight, aren't I, Simon?
You are. You are.
No, I'm going to say I really appreciate it, Simon. And congratulations. I'm seeing I love how you and Naomi are turning all your kids into LinkedIn influencers. That's pretty cool.
Look, it's actually, there's a couple that are perhaps not interested at this point because, it's, one of the boys turned around and said, well, I'm only connecting with blonde women who are attractive.
At least he's telling the truth. Like you can't condemn him for telling the truth. At least he's being honest.
No, exactly. But look, I think if someone had said to me when I was 16, 17 to go onto LinkedIn, number one, LinkedIn wasn't invented back then, but the key is to get in early because, when it's time for them to actually utilize it, it'll be up and running for them and they'll have an incredible following to start with.
Oh, amazing. Simon, we love you. A round of applause to you, Simon. And so I actually forgot to share this before, just to let you know. Our next International Networking Zoom, we're on next Thursday, 8 p.m. Sydney time. If you haven't already, just click this link and book in right now. This is for our next International Networking Zoom. And by the way, we love guests. If you know anyone that's good for our Zooms, please bring them. Please bring them. We love it. So we're in hot mic mode. Just unmute and go for it. Be respectful. First one in wins. Hot mic mode, everyone.
Simon, you will be sending out a link, possibly, please, to your Saturday.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah,
absolutely. Everything goes out on Friday.
It's in the chat.
Okay.
I've posted it. You can register there.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not
registered.
I'm not getting the chats. But
no, everything will be sent to you on tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah, that's what I thought was happening. So I was just making sure.
No worries.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you.
Legendary. I think Lassie I'm just digging it up now. Lassie, apologies for missing it. Lassie did a networking post. So if you, pardon me for missing it. If you've already got it, thank you. If not, I'm digging it up now. Like, share, and comment on this post. So Lassie did a quick networking post. Oh, it hasn't come out yet. It's coming out shortly. Oh, I just found it. I found the link. There we go. So on this post, my legendary friends, Lassie's showing it too. Like, share, and comment on this post right now. This is a networking link for the group. So I'm just going to do it right now. So Lassie does his legendary networking link. So just found it here. So yeah, we're in hot mic mode. Everyone like, share, and comment on that one. Unmute and say hello. We are in hot mic mode.
Hey everyone, I'm going to jump in really quickly because I know there's a lot of people here and maybe who might be watching this replay who are afraid of actually showing their true, authentic, and genuine self. And I want to put that to you. Please do not be afraid to let people see who you actually are. And look, if they don't like who you are and what you do, it's fine. What do? We delete and block?
Oh, they can go and themselves. What we do is we get Sheena. Sheena sends a bunch of Middle Eastern guys over to their houses to have a little chat with them. That's what Sheena does.
Yeah, but I just want to remind everyone, don't be afraid to show your genuine self on LinkedIn because people want to connect with people. They don't want to connect with plastic.
Here. And I'll tell you what, plastic only has one purpose, and that's to be melted. So there you go. Plastic toxic people, Sheena's hunting them. She sits there at night grinding her axe thinking about how many toxic people am I going to fire tomorrow. So there you go.
Just quickly on that, Ed, can I just say...
Yeah, hot mic, please.
I just want to remind people as well, so through this lockdown, we've seen a lot of people come at each other and this division. I just want to remind people, even though people become nasty and hateful, it's their actions we don't have to love, but we still have to unconditionally love the human being.
Oh, I'm really bad at that. I just want to behead them. I don't know. You're a forgiving, kind lady. I've I've been too indoctrinated by the government. So Isabel, I commend you on your love there.
My takeaway is Eileen's face. Just there. She was like, no.
Yeah. So Isabel's going to sit there and love them while Sheena, Eileen, Naomi, and myself lynch them from a tree. Yeah.
So I'll come and hire you guys if I need hit people, right?
Yeah. Sheena's got them all. Sheena knows a lot of my Middle Eastern friends in Bankstown. She can get them out for a great rate. So she knows them all. She knows all my Middle Eastern friends in Bankstown. There you go. Hot mic mode. Go for anyone. Hot mic mode.
Can I just say,
Everyone.
just on regards to everyone here, I think we all need to just put our hands together for Ed and Lassie, because at the end of the day, if they weren't here and running the community as they do and give themselves, all their time to running this community for us, I think that's pretty impressive. So I think we all should give a really good shout out to both Ed and Lassie, because they're exceptional at what they do. So thank you.
Yeah, I'll second that. Simon and I were part of long-term networking, a structured networking organisation for a very, very long time, which we decided to leave halfway through last year. And if we hadn't have stumbled upon your community and had the privilege of becoming leaders in your community and the Meetup leaders, don't know where we'd be. But we're absolutely loving it, and it's the light, I think, for me during the week, and obviously all the learning on LinkedIn. But being part of this community has been the game changer for trying to get us through this pandemic. If we didn't have this and we didn't have the online, being a way of being able to connect to others, then I think it would be that much harder. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. And I actually want to commend Lassie on this one. Lassie, she is the mysterious commander for a reason. It was actually Lassie's influence that said, let's run regular Zooms and that sort of thing. So so Lassie is actually the architect of a lot of what you're seeing. So I just want to say thank you, Naomi, not to deflect from myself, but I just want to aim a lot of that spotlight on legendary Lassie. But thank you, Naomi.
Absolutely. And I, for one, can totally say a massive thanks to Lassie. If it wasn't for Lassie, I mean, my following has been growing a lot lately, and that's through Lassie's support. So through her advice and mentoring, it's been wonderful. So and to you too, Ed. I had a really wonderful session with Ed and was able to have a chat with Lassie during it as well. But it's fantastic. So just getting that extra support, I'm just learning so much. So and it's showing. So it's great. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Hot mic mode, keep it going. Now, if you haven't spoken especially, please speak now. Just unmute. First one in wins.
I think poor old John Attridge down the bottom has just poked his head in the door, but he's an hour late. So someone's forgotten to tell him about daylight savings time.
Hey.
And then I'll be another hour different at the end of the month when we go off daylight saving.
Yeah. Everyone, including John, Toms, I've noticed you want to speak. We're in hot mic mode, so all you do is just unmute and speak. First one in wins. Please go for it, everyone. Hot mic mode.
Hi, everyone. Finally, I get to speak here. Just really happy to see you guys here, all the happy faces. And just update from me is I'm back in Europe, so it's already 11 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm not I don't have to wake up early morning in States anymore. And I lost my bicycle pedal machine because I'm here in Europe. And in order to compensate for that, I'm doing more of yoga. And I would love to also invite you. I'm building up an international yoga community. And if you would love to do a bit more active exercise and get in tune with your own body, I'd love for you to join me on this experiment, this experience. And also, +1 for Annette, I'm also doing some tarot readings for myself, for coaching, and for other people. So that's an amazing tool, and I would recommend everyone just to play around with these cards or just find someone who does it. It's amazing. So yeah, thank you, everyone. Nice seeing you.
Here. Got a few minutes left. We're a bit over time, but still continue the hot mic mode. We'll do a few more hot micers. Just jump in and go for it, friends.
Well, seeing I'm late, if I can just plug in, we're doing our next big quantum show on the 2nd of December for anybody. That's the one Ed was on as a great guest last time, delivering his magic on LinkedIn. So anybody that's looking for ideas, inspiration, connections, then it's a big show. It'll go for 14 hours this time. We got sick of doing it 24. So 14 hours of interviews, workshops, networking, exhibition zone. I've got a pitching deck competition, so to pitch your business. So if you've got a great business idea and you want to pitch for investment, there'll be a section on for that. And I'm using one of the guys, the ex-12 Ronnie's guy, Jake Shaw, who's really well known here in the UK in that space. So watch out for all of that. And I'm also launching a book. I finally got my book sorted out, Ed, and it's Business Blunders and Bloody Great Ideas is the title for it. And so it's the journey of me and some of the stupidity I've run across in my life and some of the great ideas that I've come across. So none of it's proprietary. I've just gathered it all up, hoovered it like what hoovers things up, like a hoover. And I'm now putting it into one big book. So watch out for that.
Legendary, John, and congrats on your new business show. Pleasure. Hot mic, anyone? If you haven't spoken as well, now's your chance. Just hot mic and go for it. We're going to finish up shortly.
I'd like to introduce myself. I've just got excited about you guys. You seem to amazing. I started off a few months ago coming to a live one, the only live one I've been to in Melbourne. What a lovely group of people. So it was great. So I've pretty much been insulated and running my ketogenic weight management program for 22 years. We've been in Australia, New Zealand, America, put over 500,000 people through it. And we have, a whole lot of practitioners that we've trained and built a very good business for them. And it's been great. And then I was recently approached by a company called Noble Manhattan Courses, and they run courses from certificates right up to degrees and PhD and what have you. And so, believe it or not, at the age of 70, I've been given the opportunity to launch it here in Australia and New Zealand. And I'm really excited about it, to be honest. It's given me a new lease of life. My young daughter's taking hold of the ultralight business, and I won't leave it because I got a passion there. I kept it going all these years. But this course, I'm so convinced it's going to help people improving their resilience and give them a purpose in life. And there's so many people out there that have so much to share, but probably just need that accreditation or a cause to do that. So I'm really excited, and I'm looking for people who want to be strategic partners or who just want to run groups. And I think what you guys do is just amazing. And Noble Manhattan has a huge amount of resources. They don't just dump you into a course and train you. They actually have a global business to help you succeed. They've got a lot of tools. I wouldn't have gone into it if it was just courses. No way, I'd have walked away. But what they do is they have a great magazine. They've got a radio show. They're always promoting, just like you guys, and giving you the opportunity to share what you're good at. And at the other end, so I'm really excited. And thanks for allowing me to have a little chat tonight.
Welcome. Big thank you. I'm glad you spoke, Malcolm. I kept looking at you. I'm glad you jumped in eventually. I was going to pick you eventually, but I'm glad you did it. So there you go.
Thank you.
Pleasure. All right. Well, we'll just what we might do is if you haven't spoken and you want to speak, or there's something you want to say, now's your time to say it. So we'll have the final word. Then we're going to go to Naomi for final thoughts. So yeah, if you got something you want to say, please unmute. Now's the time to say it before we go to Naomi for final thoughts. Anyone? Going once? Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. We're done. Naomi, can you give us a final thought just to keep us all thinking and winning till next week we're back? Over to you, Naomi.
can. And I'm actually going to refer right back to you in your poll this week, Ed. Was it yesterday that you put up the poll? Do you love having power?
Yes.
Well, yes. That really resonated with me because, you know, people when they see that, they go, oh, you know, it's that tall poppy thing, especially here in Australia. But let's just delve into that a little. For me personally, I'll just tell you a little bit of my backstory. I had a really terrible 17-year marriage, very, very toxic. And for me, I spent probably about 3 or 4 years working on my mindset and my mental health. And it was a game changer for me. So, and I had to claw back my power. So that really, really resonated with me. And I think at the moment with this current environment, we all have to take and step back into our power and remember that, you know, whilst there's a lot of things going on around the world that we don't have control over, what you do have control over is yourself, your mind, and what you want to do in your life. And you can still step into that and really focus on that and make sure that you have a happy outlook, because what you put out there, you receive back again. So it's about just being mindful and trying to keep yourself on track. And if you're struggling, reach out for help, because that's what we're here for in this community. There's always someone to talk to. So that's my takeaway from this week. And thanks, Ed.
Oh, here. Thank you, everyone. Can you please give a round of applause? And can you please unmute now and give a thunderous round of applause to officially close our Zoom? Love your work, everyone.
Hey.
See you.
Let it go.